Hey guys, welcome back. Good morning, or wherever you're watching this. Another episode of Stop Talk and Roll, episode 284. We break down some jiu-jitsu rounds today. We have myself and Q. Yes, Q. Okay, here we go. So, got some blood on the mat, taking care of that. All right, butterfly guard. We're still talking. Hopefully we stop talking. All right, kind of like supine, just kind of some grip breaks right now. So when I got really close to the mic on that one. Sorry about that. Um, Whenever I have this hooking, guys, I'm constantly testing their base. I've talked about this before, but you got to keep the other person honest. That's how I like to say it, anyways. And what I mean by that is Q needs to have a constant state of awareness, a constant check, if you will, on his base. Okay, he needs to make sure he has good base. Sometimes people will cheat a little bit to try to improve their position, right? So they might be driving a little bit more forward. They might not be as stable in certain positions, but they'll do it to try to get little gains, little bits of real estate, if you will, here and there. What I mean by when I say keep people honest, right, is constantly check their base, right? If Q's base isn't good and I lift his foot, like if he's committed with this hand, for example, like if he's really trying to like break a grip or something, or like posting on my face, or just something, it's across the body, right? Instead of it being in this plane, it's over here. He falls, right? And what happens is two things. One, I'll hit a sweep in that round, right? Okay, no big deal. I mean, good. It's a good thing I get a sweep. But two, long term, for Q, he's going to be more respectful when he's in my guard. And Q and I have trained a bunch already, so I'm not. This doesn't apply to Q, but it applies to you when you're doing your rounds. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. And long term, what's going to happen is Q's base is going to get better, which is then going to make the gym better, right? Like if you think about the culture of a gym, I know it sounds silly, but little things like that add up, and they pass along to each new person that comes in. Make people respect you and check their base. Keep them honest, okay? If Q isn't ready to plant here, I'm going to sweep him. All right, so coming through. Looks like I'm going over for a knee bar. That's a really bad knee bar. Probably going for cross ashi. I just started. Actually, I wasn't going for a knee bar. I just like recognized that knee bars were available there because I'm an idiot. First of all, very recently. I think I've hit like 3 or 4 knee bars in the last week. Transfer off to the heel hook there, but that is something that is available back when you initially get into cross ashi, on that bottom leg, right? So as I turn over, like I could just turn this into a knee bar right now. I don't know why I don't. Or why I didn't, I should say, because it's perfectly good. So I'm going to start doing that, because what's going to happen is when you hit a knee bar, right, like think about the way Q has to defend this. And he already is kind of, but and he comes up and he's ready to tap. Like watch this hand. He's ready to tap right there, right? But he recognizes I'm not even attempting the knee bar, right? But so what would happen is Q would need to basically turn his leg over, right? So the back of his knee is facing my body. So when I go to hip into it, I would just be bending his knee. But the cool thing about that then is now that his knee's bent that way, in that direction, and the other direction going this way, it makes it a lot easier to attack heel hooks. Okay? Because his heel would be exposed, because he'd be basically putting his foot in the direction that I need it to be to capture his heel. I get into double trouble. I attack this leg. I go for the ankle lock here. The heel's exposed, so I take it. All right, come back in, looking for a body lock pass, and notice immediately Q's sending me up too, and he's checking my base, right? He like if I stay really committed to the body lock there, I'm gonna go over. right? But I stay disciplined. I stay honest. I know that Q can definitely sweep me. I'm looking to shelf his leg right now, which kind of, no, I do not have his leg shelved. So I'm picking the feet, looking to come over. I'm going to drive him across this way towards the brick wall. Oop, never mind. I sit through for some footsies. Again, double trouble. Looking for the ankle lock finish. I can tell right now I don't have my hand in nice. Q's doing a great job of not letting me connect my hands. So I'm going to look to put Q right back on his hip. Q is a strong man. So, guys, when you're sweeping people, this is, I mean, I'm not sweeping them right now. I'm just improving position, but this is huge. If he's using a hand for base or a foot, doesn't matter, whatever he's using for base, and that's the one thing that's stopping you from sweeping, just come up and grab it. Pull it towards you. That's exactly what I do. So I break that grip, grab it, pull. I need, and not necessarily, like, look, I can't budge Q's arm right now. Like, he's a big, strong dude. But he can't improve his position because my fingers are on this side, right? He can't move his hand that way because my hand's blocking his hand from moving. Okay? So, or his arm from moving. So I just take his base back now, right, over this handstand here, this planted hand. And as you can see, his body moves back and he falls over with a little rotation there. That's going to happen sometimes, guys. This is what happens sometimes, okay? Sometimes any movement, you push somebody, you sweep, you sit in, there's three things that are going to happen. Either you're going to move and they don't move. Both of you are going to move, or both of you are going to stay still, or they move completely and you don't move. And what I mean by that is it's a size thing. So, like, Q and I are relatively the same. He's a lot stronger than me, but we're relatively the same size. I'm a little smaller than him, but not by much. So, in this case, his hand doesn't move, and I don't move too much, right? I just kind of take him over. If this was someone that was significantly smaller than me, I would just pull their arm in, and they would fall right here. I wouldn't have to move, okay? And if it was somebody... Well, actually, in this case, it would either be we don't move or I pull his arm. Okay, that I'm talking about this in relation to like sweeps or sitting up in supine guard into butterfly. Like sometimes they move, sometimes you move, but generally these are the two things that are going to happen here, and that's okay. It's the same effect at the end of the day as I get him down to his back. Looking for that heel hook again. Still have him in double trouble. Oh, you should be able to turn out. Oh, but I got his heel, and I got it. Nice. All right, reset. Q, you might want to look into guillotines to kind of keep them from coming around. Nice job putting a little whizzer in there to stop me from getting to the back. It's also respecting the throw because Q will launch me. Guys, if you notice, I'm passing. If you watch the show a lot and you watch my rounds, and I'm gonna have a lot of rounds coming up, by the way, because I need some more footage. You'll notice that my passing style with Q is going to be pretty different than my passing style with most other people, right? Like, I'm very tight. Q is very explosive, okay? So when I'm dealing with a strong, explosive, and he's fast, and he's got cardio, like, Q's a problem, right? Physically, and he's good at jiu-jitsu. So I need to negate all of that, and a body lock is what does it for me. If I try to pass him any other way, like, I'm not only am I not going to pass, like, I'm probably going to get caught with a Kimura. I'm going to get thrown on my back. Like, I'm going to get jacked up, right? So it's not ideal to pass other than a body lock for right now until Q figures it out, and then I'm going to have another problem to deal with. But for the time being, like I was saying before, you should throw some guillotines in Q. For the time being, this is how I'm going to pass. If you watch another one of my videos, I'm going to pass very differently, right? Like, if I'm rolling with somebody that's, like, not as physically imposing as Q, or just somebody that's smaller than me, like, I might try some quicker passes, more acrobatic things. But with Q, I don't win that battle ever. So I have to do this. Q's able to, I think, sweep me here. Oh, he comes up on the side, and I accept the okay. I think I think Q's trying to see. This is why you want to try things too. So Q, that's unfortunate timing. I think Q was trying to swing around the outside here, but I was able to snake my leg through, get him right into cross ashi. I think he's already admitted. Oh no, he's back in. Okay. And notice, guys, I'm always going for that secondary leg. Because, again, Q's a big, strong dude, and he knows how to do the turning escape. So if I don't control that secondary leg, he's out of there. Notice his hand way back here again. There's no way I'm getting that one. But thankfully, we're already tilted to that side. So not a huge deal. I'm sure this is going to be funny for me to watch these in a year because I'm sure my leg locks are going to get so much better. Guys, remember, I didn't know any leg locks as of October 2021. So I've only been doing leg locks for a little over 15 months. So not bad. Little double guard pull here. I'm probably going to come up. I can't imagine. Yeah, I was going to say I don't really like that. I know I haven't talked about it in a while. Basically, when I start around, guys, and this is actually huge if you're newer to jiu-jitsu and you want to just like get reps in. That little phase that happens when you're just sitting there staring at each other and like nothing's happening and you're not training jiu-jitsu, you're not getting better when you do that. You're just sitting there. So one of the things that I do is if someone pulls guard on me, I'll pass. If someone stands up and like doesn't sit, I'll just sit and play guard. So like that's essentially what's happening here. If I'm like hardcore competitive mode, I'm not doing this. But because basically, like, okay, Q just gave up an advantage, and then I just gave up 2 points because I sat back down, and then Q just gave up 2 points because he sat back down, right? Like I wouldn't do that if I'm like hardcore competitive, but I'm just trying to get better at jiu-jitsu and learn. Okay, see the difference now? Look at that. I'm trying to do some pretty active passing, and Q just throws me off. Okay, look at that. This is the difference, right? So like my passing's good, but I'm trying to slice through. I'm trying to come in the outside. Now we're getting into like a very athletic, physical kind of back and forth, and Q is just, it's like nothing for him, right? He just picks me up and throws me off, right? And now I'm in the back foot, like barely surviving, having to spin out. He's driving all over the place, right? So now I got into a half butterfly, which is what we were working on at this time. Oh, see, the thing is, the athleticism's good, Q, but you gotta be careful because I'll still come up with you. That Turkish stiff arm is ridiculous, and I think that was time. I think we had the 30-second bell. That's what that was. So let's break this down real quick. I know this is a little far away, but we're working on it, guys. Bear with me till like episode 300, and then we're gonna change some things up. So what am I doing here? So I'm coming through first of all. So I drive up, and I'm looking to clear my hooks, which I do. I come around on the outside here. Sorry about the resolution. I come around on the outside here, and I'm looking to get into a leg drag. So I'm trying to get his knees pointing this direction and get my knee in between his two legs here. But Q knows what's up. He turns his knees down this way hard, which is great, and stops me from doing that. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking what I might want to do is head down, feet light, hop over to the other side. Okay, and I know we just watched this. I forget what I did, but I'm just thinking that might be something that I want to do. So I would get my head down on the inside of the hip here to kind of keep his knee from coming to his head. So I'd use my head to block, and then I'd jump. Let's see. So I go for a knee slice again. Oh, looks like I go head heavy. But I don't. I go hip heavy too. So everything goes heavy. It looks like I'm going to try to leg weave again. Sorry about the resolution. Okay, so Q's going for a toe hold. And I feel that. He pushes me through to get better access to it. And there he's coming up heavy on me. Looks about to put me in a body lock. So I'm going to turn, I already know, I'm going to turn hard this way into him. Ooh, no, I belly down. Ooh, wrestler instinct. Was that smarter? Huh. Look at me. Coach Flynn. Having an effect on me already. Okay, so I belly down and I extend him away. So I keep that wedge in place to kind of keep him away. And then as he comes up, I think I punch him in the face with my hip. Sorry about that. Boom. And turn. And he tries to jump with me. Q, if you do that with more, like checking my hip more, I think you get this pass. But and then we solidify. I go for a sweep. He jumps over with good base. And I think that might be it. That was a good little exchange. Jeez. All right. Oh, there's still some more? No, I think that's it. Okay. Well, thank you guys, as always, for watching. I appreciate you enjoying these. I'm sorry about the distance. Okay. I'm just getting these rounds out. I want to put out a better product for you, which I'm going to do. But I needed to learn. And this is me learning. And I hope you guys are enjoying the process. Hope you guys are getting better at jiu-jitsu. I know I'm putting out good content, but it's the video side of things that I got to improve. So I have some things in the work. I'm going to stop talking about this every video. Actually, it's my show, so who cares? I'm going to work on it. Like and subscribe. I get these videos out every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And if you want to be on the show, please check out the description below. I'd love to have you on here. Have a wonderful day.